Hello, my pregnant friends. How are you doing today? Today I'm going to debunk some of the myths that are in pregnancy. A lot of this information came from my personal doctor, actually. He and his wife had a Facebook page going for a while where he would answer questions related to pregnancy. And a lot of these questions and answers came from that video, and I will go back and try and find it and link it in the show notes because there's a lot of useful information from my OBGYN. The first question or myth in pregnancy is it okay to dye your hair while being pregnant? So there's not really a lot of studies on this, but it is likely safe. There have been many people who have done it, but use your best judgment. But there's no studies really to prove whether it's safe or unsafe. Next myth, is it okay to sit in a hot tub while being pregnant? No, it is not okay. My OBGYN, Dr. Adams, goes on to say that baths are different than hot tubs because a bath cools off after 10 minutes or so, but hot tubs or jacuzzis, they are continuously running on hot water. They're continuously, if I can spit that word out, pumping out that hot water, and prolonged exposure to that hot water is not good for baby. Myth 3 that we're going to try and debunk is, are you supposed to eat for two? Not really for two full people, but you are supposed to increase your calories. Are some of these myths sounding familiar to you? I know you hear a lot of myths or wise tales when you are pregnant, and it is kind of nice to have some of these ones talked about by a doctor. Another myth, if a mom has a cold, can they give that cold to the baby? Not the common cold or the stomach flu. There are some types of viral infections that can be transmitted to the baby, but he says that that's pretty rare and it's not very common. So typically, no, you cannot pass the common cold or stomach flu to your baby. Another myth, if you have heartburn, your baby will have lots of hair. Have you heard this one? This also is just a myth. There is no facts or studies or evidences to prove whether this is true or not. It is an old wives' tale. Another myth that you may have heard is that the heart rate of the baby, like early on in the pregnancy, can predict the gender. Like the saying is, if it's under 140 beats per minute, it's a boy. And if it's higher than that, it's a girl. This also is a myth. There is no evidence, and in that video, he says that it was wrong for all of their kids. And to be honest, I don't remember on my kids. I think the first one was accurate, and the second one I think was accurate. Third and fourth, I cannot remember. I don't think for the third and fourth, the heart rate thing was accurate for my third and fourth, but the first two it was. So there are a lot of myths in pregnancy, a lot of wives' tales, a lot of things that you may have heard that you want to try to see if it works or doesn't work, whether or not they're true or not. And having some of this broken down can be very helpful. So I will link to that in the show notes if you would like to see. He's got lots of helpful videos actually talking about pregnancies, and he goes into some specific issues in pregnancies with his wife if you would like to check that out. Anyways, we will be bringing you more pregnancy next week, and I actually might even get to interview my doctor in the future. So this will be kind of fun to have on the podcast as we keep going, as we get more into pregnancy, as we delve into the mindset of pregnancy and ways to make it better and more enjoyable. I created a course to help lift your mindset during pregnancy because for me, I craved for someone to just tell me that it would be okay. I wanted someone to support me, to remind me of the sacred beauty of pregnancy, and that is what I've done through a self-led video course. The videos are short, 1 to 2 minutes at a time, because I know that you likely have other kids to chase. You have a sickness that you're dealing with, and it's hard to give concentration to long videos, so I made them short and simple, but very effective. And there are actually 3 areas in that program that I talk about. If you don't want to buy it and you want to use these 3 areas, please do it. They are the areas of gratitude, changing the negative to the positive, and pregnancy affirmations. If you use these, and if you use my course, I know it can help you to have a brighter, more sacred, and beautiful pregnancy, especially if you use them. They're not useful if you don't use them. So, anyways, I am cheering you on. I want you to enjoy this pregnancy. I want you to have and find the beauty in growing your baby. I want you to have mindset shifts that help you in these areas. And I want you to be successful, mama. Your body is doing amazing things, and so are you in growing this baby. Keep up the good work.